In my last video, I have explained the principle of nephelothermometry. In this class, I am going to explain the instrumentation of nephelothermometry. First, I will explain the instrumentation of nephelometry method and then turbidometry method. Then after I will explain the combination of nephelometry and turbidometry. Nothing but nepheloturbidometer. Okay, let's say here this is the instrumentation of nephelothermometry. Here most of the instrumentation of nephelometry and turbidometry are similar to the spectrophotometers. This is the important thing. The instrumentation is similar to the spectrophotometer. In the principle also I told you that, okay, here those are similar to the colorimeter. Okay, here you can see this is the black diagram of nephelometer, this is the black diagram of turbidometer. Here this is the black diagram of nepheloturbidometer. Combine. Okay, let's see one by one. This is nephelometer. Okay, mainly it consists four parts only. Light source is the important thing, and filter is the important thing. Here primary filter is there, secondary filter is there. Then sample cell is the important thing, and detector. That is the photomultiply tube detector is always used. Okay, these four parts are most important thing. Okay, here light source and filters, sample cell, detectors. Okay, let's see the working of nephelometer. Here from the radiation source, okay, from the light source or radiation source, okay, radiation will be emitted. It will fall into the primary filter by passing through by from condensing lens. Okay, after falling on condensing lens, it will reflect the light radiation towards primary filter. Okay, we know that the function of primary filter that we have already seen in the fluorimetry method. Okay, nothing but fluorimetric instrument. Okay, what is the importance of light emitter? Okay, here it only transmits UV radiation. It only transmits UV radiation. So the primary filter only UV radiation will pass through and it will fall onto the sample cell. Okay, it will fall onto the sample cell. Here, what is the importance of nephelometer? It will measure the scattering of the light from the sample. Okay, then from whenever radiation, UV radiation falling onto the sample cell, it will scatter the light. Okay, the sample scatter the suspended particles present in this solution will scatter the light. Okay, scatter the light. Okay, then this is the scatter light. Then this scatter light will fall onto the secondary filter. Okay, then secondary filter, it is known as visible filter. Visible filter. Here we have seen in the fluorimetry that we have primary filter and secondary filter. Same like that. Here the secondary filter only transmits visible radiation. Primary filter only transmits UV. Secondary filter only transmits visible radiation. Okay. Here from the secondary filter or visible filter, okay, the visible radiation will pass through it and it will finally fall onto the detector. Okay, detector. So here detector will detect the intensity of the scattered radiation. Detector will detect the intensity of scattered radiation that is directly proportional to the concentration of the solution. Okay, here this way, here scattering of light will be measured in the nephelometry. Here you can see, here this is the incident light, okay, which is coming from a radiation source. Incident light is falling to the sample cell, and you can see how what is the angle to be measured. Here you can see the detector placed is 90-degree angle. Okay, here it is detector placed here 90-degree angle to the incident beam. So means here scattering light which is measured, okay, scattering light which is measured 90-degree angle to the incident beam by using detector. That is the thing. Okay, 90-degree angle you keep in mind. Okay, this is the working of nephelometer. Okay. Here same you can see a fluorimeter can be converted to nephelometer by using visible filter as a secondary filter. What is here? Here it is, this instrumentation is similar to the fluorimeter. If you go through the fluorimeter method, there you can see similar kind of diagram. Okay, the fluorimeter can be converted to nephelometer by using visible filter as a secondary filter. Here secondary filter is visible filter. Only visible radiation pass through it. In the fluorimetry, along with visible radiation, fluorescence radiation will also be passing. Okay, here only visible, that is the thing, visible filter as used as a secondary filter. That is the important thing. It may be asked in GPAT. Okay, this is the nephelometer. Then turbidometer. Here what we will measure, transmitted light from the sample as a measure. Okay, at 180 degree. Why at 180 degree, right? And remember at 180 degree to the incident line. How you can see this is the black diagram of turbidometer. Okay, from the light source, radiation source, the radiation will emitted. It will directly fall to the blue filter by condensing lens. Okay, here we are using blue filter. only one filter we are using, that is the blue filter. There is no primary and secondary filter in tachometer. Only one filter, that is blue filter. Okay, from the blue filter, the radiation will fall onto the sample cell by passing through shutter and variable diaphragm to set 100% transmittance. Here the shutter will close. Okay, the shutter, the working of shutter will is, okay, it will stop all unwanted radiation. It will only only required radiation will pass through the shutter. Then this is variable diaphragm to set 100% transmittance. Okay, then the diaphragm 100% radiation transmitted, it will fall onto the sample cell. Okay, here the radiation or light which is coming from the light source, which is finally fall onto the sample cell. From the sample cell, the light will be scattered in all direction. Okay, from the sample cell means nothing but suspension. These are the suspended particles which are present in solution. Okay, whenever radiation falling on those suspended particles, the light will be scattered. Here it is difficult to measure all the angles of scattered light. So we will measure the transmitted light only. Okay, only here some amount of radiation transmitted through the sample. Here that we will measure by using detector. Okay, here photomultiplier tube detector. This is the transmitted light. Okay, here in the tachometer we are measuring, okay, transmitted light. Okay, here to the incident light it will place, okay, 180-degree angle. Okay, here transmitted light is measured. Okay, it is having 180-degree to the incident beam. That is the important thing, 180-degree. That we already explored. We already seen in the principle. Okay, then digital or analog meter. This is the working principle. So this is the tachometry. Here the calorimeter can be used as a tachometer. A calorimeter can be used as a tachometer by selecting 530 nanometer or by using blue filter. Okay, either by using the either by selecting the 530 nanometer or by using blue filter. By that way, calorimeter can be converted to the tachometer. Here, fluorimeter can be converted to the nephelometer by using visible. Here, calorimeter converted to the tachometer by using 530 nanometer. Keep in mind, 530 nanometer or by using blue filter. This is nephelometer and tachometer. Here scattering light, there transmitted light. Here 90-degree angle, there 180-degree angle. Then nephelometer. Nothing more. It is a combination of both nephelometer and tachometer. Means at a time we can measure scattered light and as well as transmitted light from the sample. Okay, means 90-degree angle and 180 degree. Okay, then it consists, the nephelometer consists two detectors. One is for measuring the scattered light at 90-degree angle. Another detector is for measuring the transmitted light at 180-degree angle. One is for measuring the scattered light at 90 degree. Another is for measuring the transmitted light at 180 degree. So both it consists two detectors, right? Here the ratio of response of two detectors. Is displayed as nephelotachymetric units. This is the important thing in nephelotachymetry. Okay, the ratio of the response of two detectors. The response is displayed in the form of which one? Nephelotachymetric units. Short form NTU. Nephelotachymetric units. Here, this NTU, nephelotachymetric units, which is proportional to the concentration of the suspension. Means nothing but, as I told you now, here the scattered light and transmitted light measured as a function of concentration. Here both will be displayed as in the form of NTU form, which is proportional to the concentration of the suspension. Okay, that is the thing. This is about nephelometer and tachometer. This is the black diagram of nephelometer and tachometer. Here, by the same way, we can measure scattered light and as well as transmitted light. Here you can see this is the light source from the filter. Okay, from the radiation source, radiation will fall onto the filter. Okay, here then sample cell. From this filter, it will this filter. It absorbs the all unwanted radiation. Only required radiation it will it will pass through the filter. Okay, then sample cell. Then the required radiation will fall onto the sample cell. Okay, here from the sample cell, okay, it will scatter the light into all directions. Okay, whenever radiation falling on sample cell, it will scatter the light into all directions. If we are measuring the scattering light, okay, if we are measuring the scattering light, that is 90 degree angle to the incident beam. If you are measuring the scatter light 90 degree to the incident beam, that is nephelometry. Okay, here we will place a one detector. This is the scatter light. Here we are placing the detector, that is photo multiply tube detector. Okay, here so this will be this nephelometer. Here another way, here scatter light measured by using one detector. Another way, here transmitted light, that is unscattered light. Here it will be measured by using another detector, another photo multiply tube detector. Here this is the variable resistor, this is relevant device. Here also we have relevant device, and here also we have variable resistor. So at a time both scatter light and transmitted light can be measured. Here 90 degree angle to the incident beam and 180 degree angle to the incident beam to the transmitted light. This is nephelometer and turbidometer. Then I given here I given some discussion about components of nephelometer and nepheloturbidometer. Here first one we have, I told you now, 4 components are mainly. First, source of light, filters, IR, monochromator, then sample cell, then fourth one, detectors. Okay, these 4 components are important in nephlo and turbidometry. Okay, nepheloturbidometry. You can see source of light, which is usually a radiation source. Here either we may use tungsten lamp or maybe mercury vapor lamp are used as a light source or radiation source in nepheloturbidometry. When tungsten lamp is used means it is used when polychromatic light is used. Okay, for the analysis, if we are using polychromatic light means then we have to use tungsten lamp as the radiation source. Okay, here mercury vapor lamp, it is used when monochromatic light is used. If we use monochromatic light, using for the analysis, then we have to use mercury vapor lamp. Here these are the source of light, either maybe tungsten or mercury vapor lamp. Then filters and monochromators. Here both the function of filters and monochromators. Here we know that the function of monochromator is conversion of polychromatic to monochromatic light. Okay. Here in filter, what is the function filter? It will absorb unwanted radiation. Okay, it will absorb unwanted radiation. Only required radiation will pass through the filters. That is the thing. Here either maybe filters will be used or maybe monochromators will be used. Okay, that is our wish. Okay, mostly filters are employed in nepheloturbidometry method. Okay, here these filters or monochromators are required. These two are required when monochromatic light is used. When monochromatic light is used, then filters or monochromators are required. When polychromatic light, that is white light, is used, then these filters or monochromators are not required. This is the condition. It is required when monochromatic light is used. Okay, it is not required when polychromatic light is used. Okay, this is about filters and monochromators. Then third thing is sample cell. Here the sample cells in nepheloturbidometry is made up of glass only. Various shapes of sample cells are used. Various shapes. What are those? Either maybe cylindrical shape cell, or rectangular cell, or special cells. Here, what is the use of cylindrical cell? Here, cells with 1 centimeter path length. Okay, it is having cylindrical. Okay, cylindrical, it is having 1 centimeter path length. Then rectangular cells. These rectangular cells are coated with black. These rectangular cells are coated with black for to avoid reflection. Here from this, here it is coated with a black material. Okay, it will prevent the reflection of light from the sample. So that is the way. Okay, then rectangular cell. This is the rectangular cell. Then special cells. Okay, special cells also used to measure various angles like 45 degree, 90 degree, 135 degree, and also 180 degree. That is transmitted lines. Here these are special cells. You can see, if you want to measure the scatter light at 45 degrees, okay, here it will, radiation will come out for 45, 90 here by this way, and 135 by this way, and transmitted, this is 180, okay, here, by this way 180, here 90 and 180 are mostly, 90 in nephelometry and 180 turbidometry, that we know that. Here in some cases in nephelometry, we can also detect the scatter light at other angles, that is 45 and 135 also. That I already mentioned in the principle. Then finally, detectors. Okay, photometric detectors are used in nepheloturbidometry. What are those? We will know that photovoltaic cell, photoemissive tube, photomultiplied tube. These are the photometric detector. Among them, photomultiplied tube was most commonly employed. If you want any related matter, okay, these detectors I already explained in the UV spectroscopy detector. If you go through one of my video, and you can get all the information about the detector. There I have given clear explanation about the photometric detectors. Okay, this is the instrumentation of nephlothermometry. Thank you very much. If you like the video, please subscribe my channel and share to your friends and then comment. Thank you.